Welcome back to Swankey. In this video, we'll be going over how to create and send polls, plus how to view the results and send any necessary reminders. Now remember, there are two main ways you can issue a poll to your stakeholders. The first way is to have them choose between at least two items, and the second way is to make a free form poll. Let's try the first way first. Asking your stakeholders to choose from at least two different items. Starting in our event headquarters right here, we're going to click on any main category and then navigate to the subcategory you want to poll about. For this example, we're going to use food and beverage. Of course, you can select between multiple items either under ideas and inspiration, your vendor information, and your quotes and estimates. To include an idea in the poll, we're going to hover over. We need to choose at least two. In this case, we'll go for 3. And check the checkbox off to make sure they're included. As you can see on the right side, the Create Poll button will light up. And now we press it. So let's type in our question. We can select a deadline and a time. Now remember, only those stakeholders who have full or partial access to this specific category will get an email inviting them to answer the poll. Let's press the blue button to create the poll. It will automatically send an email to your stakeholders inviting them to respond. And we can check that by pressing the down purple arrow and going to polling, where we see our most recent poll. What do you think of these ideas? And we have 5 days left. Now, for the second way to poll, a free forming poll, you can ask your stakeholders any question under the sun without being tied to a specific item that you had already saved, like we just saw in ideas and inspiration. But just like the first example, we're going to go back to your event HQ and click on the main category you want to pull from. In this case, we'll go to venue. We'll navigate to a subcategory. Let's stick with vendor selections, but instead of pre-selecting an item, we're going to scroll down to the drop-down menu and select polling. Now we have an existing poll here, but we can also create a new poll. Let's type in our question. Now, it automatically starts with 2 options, but you can add more if you wanted to by selecting the Add Option button. You could also force a yes/no by selecting that, or we can allow multiple selections. The default would be that your stakeholders have to only choose one option, but if you would like to get more of a temperature, you can certainly allow multiple selections. Why don't we do that here? So let's choose morning as an option. Let's add a third option, afternoon. And why not early evening? We'll select a deadline. And again, this will be going to 2 of your stakeholders who you've already granted access to these categories. And we will create a poll. And there you see another poll is created. Now here you can always see a real-time result of your polls. If you would like to send a reminder, you can click on the poll. You see that it's active here. You see the options that you yourself as the host can select. So let's vote for early evening. Let's see, did we allow multiple? No, we didn't, but we can always send a reminder by clicking on the blue button at the bottom, and this will send another email to remind your stakeholders to vote. Now, even though once you've created this poll, you can't edit it, you can always pause it by deselecting the active button and save it for later, but let's toggle it on for now. If you would like to delete the poll in its entirety, you can come back to your polling page and scroll to the right, press the 3 little dots, and then press the delete button. In this case, we don't want to delete it, so we'll press cancel. So there you have it. Just about everything you needed to know about polling your stakeholders on Swankey. Happy planning.